Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visit to France and the US has come to an end. One of the key agendas that were discussed during this trip was the India-Middle East-Europe Corridor or IMEEC. Donald Trump announced that India and the US have agreed to work together to build the corridor. Calling IMEEC one of the greatest trade routes, he said it will operate from Israel to Italy and onward to the US. PM Modi also reviewed the project along with French President Emmanuel Macron earlier in the trip. Both the leaders had agreed that India and France should work more closely on building IMEEC. So what is IMEEC? Why is it significant? And how does it benefit India? Let's take a deep dive. India-Middle East-Europe Corridor is a global project aimed at boosting connectivity across Asia, West Asia and Europe. It is set to comprise railroad, ship-to-rail networks and road transport routes. The routes extend across 2 corridors involving 8 countries. Let's look at it on a map. The East Corridor connects India to the Gulf via UAE, Saudi Arabia, Jordan and Israel. Meanwhile, the Northern Corridor links the Gulf to Europe via Israel, Italy, France and Germany. The project was announced back in 2023 at an event on the sidelines of G20 summit in New Delhi. Initial estimates suggested that each of its routes could cost anywhere between $3 billion and $8 billion. Now, why is IMEEC so important? You see, the project aims to enhance transportation efficiency while reducing costs. Upon completion, it is expected to provide a reliable and cost-effective cross-border network that will supplement existing maritime and road transports. Some of its other benefits include enhanced trade opportunities, more employment, industrial growth, energy security and resource access, and lower greenhouse gas emissions. This was all about the economic implications of the project. Let's now talk about its geopolitical significance. IMEEC is being seen as a potential counter to China's Belt and Road Initiative. It may counterbalance China's growing economic and political influence, especially in regions with historically strong ties to the US. The project also breaks Pakistan's veto over India's overland connectivity to the West. Since the 1990s, India has sought various trans-regional connectivity projects with Pakistan, but Pakistan has consistently denied access to landlocked Afghanistan and Central Asia. Amid this, IMEEC came as a significant breakthrough. Additionally, the corridor can deepen India's strategic engagement with the Arabian Peninsula by establishing smooth connectivity. The prospects sound promising, but there are several hurdles in the road to establish this connectivity. Developing a transport corridor involving rail, road and sea routes spanning multiple countries demands a lot of planning and coordination among stakeholders. Also, opposition or competition from existing transport routes, especially Egypt's Suez Canal, may pose diplomatic challenges. Then there are monetary challenges to finance the construction, operation and maintenance of the corridor. On the upside, the G20 Leaders Partnership for Global Infrastructure and Investment seeks to mobilize $600 billion by 2027 to address these gaps and turn the dream project into reality. Arzoo for NDTV.